Kevin here, top 100 financial advisor and best-selling author, and we are here to talk about the stock market. Today we had an interesting question. I'm just gonna get right into it because I feel some type of way about the question. So I have a list of questions here that I got from y'all from public, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and everywhere else, and just put them on a list and try and knock out as many as we can. Okay, so the question was, can I or should I use a Roth IRA for college? That answer is an emphatic no. Don't do it. So I want to really break it down though in a serious way, and I don't really like to do this, but I feel like I have to because social media and YouTube can be a crazy place where you got people talking out the side of their mouth about things they don't know. Okay, so from time to time, I'm gonna have to just do the resume drop so that people know what's going on here, and then lay down the law and tell what you got to do, what you should know, and why that could be an extreme mistake. Okay, so y'all know my story. I started as a teacher. Well, first, before that, graduate degree in economics. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, started as a teacher, then jumped to financial advisory, made the top 100, managed over $140 million. So when it comes to opening Roth IRAs for real people with real money, transferring accounts, making those investing decisions, all that stuff, I did that. Okay, 2 best-selling books on finance, did that. Okay, so graduate degree, we did all that stuff. Okay, so when I tell you that a Roth IRA for college doesn't really make all that much sense, I mean it, and here's why. So I'm a big fan of using financial tools for what they were built for. Okay, so that's number one. It does not make sense. So example, life insurance. I'm doing that to insure my life. I am not doing it to invest with. That don't make sense. It doesn't make as much sense for the general public. If I'm using an IRA, individual retirement account, whether it's a Roth or a regular one, a traditional one, I'm using it for retirement. I'm not using it for education or anything else like that. Doesn't really make sense. It's not what it was built for. Okay, so use the financial tools for what they were built for. Don't try and be fancy. That's like a 1% issue, where it's like 1% of people who had this weird thing they wanted to use a Roth IRA and pay for their kids' college. Okay, that's not gonna fit for everybody. But here are the reasons why I see that as a mistake and why you probably don't want to do that. Number one, a Roth IRA as of today, and tax rules do change around how much you can put into it. You can only put in $6,000. The primary way that people save for college for the benefit of their kids is a 5 to 9 plan. Okay, I can put as much as I want in there. I do need to worry about gift taxes. That's a conversation for another day. We're talking way over $10,000 once you start to hit that threshold. So if you're not putting $10,000 a year, don't even worry about it. Okay, so I'm able to do that. I'm able to invest for my kids. That is primarily in mutual funds. I unfortunately don't get to invest in Apple, Google, and stuff like that for college. For college, I cannot do that. So I put it in mutual funds. That's going to ride out, and I can take all that money out and use it for college without paying any taxes based on today's current tax rules. Now, what if my kid doesn't go to college? What if something happens to my child and he gets a full ride on, I don't know, a chess scholarship or something like that? I play chess. Maybe he'll be really good. Maybe he'll be better than I was. Anyway, the whole point of that though is I can change the beneficiary of that. I can make it myself, and I can go back to school. I can make it my daughter. I can make it my wife. I can make it my nephew. Doesn't matter. I can do that, which also allows me to create a 529 plan in advance before I even have kids. You can do that too and put money in it, and then if you have kids, slap their name on it. If you don't have kids, slap your own name on it, or to whoever you want to give it to. So you can do that as well. But I can put in essentially unlimited money, but let's just say up to the gift tax limit, whatever that may be at the time that you're watching this video, versus only the $6,000. So that's already mistake number one. You're limiting yourself. The other mistake and thing that you want to be aware of is the Roth IRA you cannot have for a child who does not have what is deemed by the IRS earned income. This means that child has to have a job for them to actually use the money to contribute to it. Otherwise, you are contributing your own money to the Roth, and then you have to take it out and use it for college. The problem there is there are rules on what you can and cannot use the Roth IRA for. Meaning, For you to withdraw the money without paying taxes, two things must happen. Number one, you're withdrawing the contributions, which means I put in $6,000, it grows to 10. I can only pull out the 6 without paying taxes or a penalty. If I pull out more than that, then I am running into an issue, right? Then I'm going to have to pay a penalty. I'm going to have to pay taxes on that, which I do not want to do. If you are 59 and a half and you have had the account for 5 years at least, then I can pull all of that stuff out and spend that on whatever I want without paying taxes. If you're 59 and a half, you had it for 5 years, that might be an option for you. If you haven't, then you can only pull out that $6,000, which has not grown, which essentially means that you've just been stuffing it away in savings, doing almost nothing for X amount of time. You could have just taken that exact same $6,000, put it in a 529 plan and let it grow and have a chance at having way more money than $6,000 a year times however many years it is until college, and use all that tax-free and be able to transfer that money as well. So you have way more options for college in a 529 plan than you do with the Roth. In terms of financial strategy, that is a really, really limited and not so great move if you were to do that. Now, are there situations where you can finagle this weird scenario where it could work? Yeah, you could. There are all types of ways that you can really be niche and boutique and specialized, whatever words you want to use. There are ways that you can use life insurance to fund college education. Is it the best, most efficient route? Probably not. Is it something that applies to 90% of people out there? Probably not. So use the tools that you have, but use them the way they were supposed to be made. Could I use a hammer to record this video? I probably could. Is that the best thing for me to do? No, it's probably not, right? So it's not a matter of if you can use something. You can use a lot of stuff to do it. It just wouldn't be the most efficient route to do it. You have a 529 plan. You can open it wherever it is you want to open it. Fidelity, Charles Schwab. You might be able to get a TD in other places. It was built for education. Use it. Don't use a retirement account for the benefit of education when all that stuff isn't built there for you based on all the disadvantages that I pointed out. Okay, so can you make more money in a Roth IRA? Absolutely, the answer is yes. Can you use the money without paying penalty? Probably not. So you want to be careful about that too, because I know one of y'all in the comments is going to say, well, I could make blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you could, but then take out the taxes because you withdrew before 59 and a half, and then take out your penalty, and because you withdrew before 59 and a half, and you didn't have the account for 5 years, you took off 20% off the top. That's 20% that you don't have now. Look at you, right? So there are all types of reasons why you probably don't want to do that. Use a 529, help yourself out, help your kids out, and there you go. All right, so make sure you share this video because I want to make sure that people are educated and have the right type of financial strategies for the vast majority of people. So make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, the share button, all of those things, so we can all be smarter people when it comes to investing. Because I'm here to make investing simple, and I hope I have done that for you today. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.